What's good, everybody? Welcome into the Early Edge, your daily sports betting brand of record. We are powered, as always, by the almighty SportsLine, the best value in all of sports betting, and it's not even close. I'm your boy, the coach, and while other brands are taking time off, while other brands are having meetings to talk about sports betting in the fall, we're still doing it 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And again, while others are sitting on the sidelines, we're going 11-3. Oh, look at that glorious board from Monday. The only thing that didn't come through was the under and the Cardinals over. Then look at early edge in 5. Again, me, prop stars, Johnny B, doing work. Love it, love it, love it. All right, let's bring in the stars of the show for this Tuesday. We never stop grinding. And look at my all-star cast, first and foremost, live from Nashville, Tennessee, the penthouse level. M Squared, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, everybody. Fired up for another day of baseball. No day baseball today, but it's going to feel like it. Very hot weather across the country. Fired up. Let's do it.
That means runs. Now, second, live from Las Vegas, Sin City, Zach Attack. Zach Simony, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. It was great to see the big day for the brand yesterday. I'm hoping to add to it today. Let's do it.
I love when you say the brand. It warms my heart. Finally, he's been at the brand since day number 1. He is the maestro. Larry Hartstein, good morning, sir.
Good morning, guys. I'm feeling good today. Had a very tough physical playoff game in the JCC last night. I jammed my finger. I bruised my knee. We got the win. We advanced. And seriously, though, I just think we should have made Prop Stars full-time a little earlier because he basically has not missed a pick since we made that move.
Yeah, since we hired Prop Stars full-time, he is now 6-0 on his Major League Baseball props articles at SportsLine. Hashtag it pays to be a member. Let's get into it. Storylines that could affect the betting lines today. And you already heard Mikey tease you about it. A lot of hot weather around this country. But what are the best hitting environments? Mikey, you're up first.
Yeah, we've got a long list today, Coach. There's 6 spots, all of them positive. Dodgers on the road at Cincinnati, plus 15% home run hitting, plus 15% in-run scoring in general. Washington against Baltimore, plus 15% home run hitting. Doesn't translate much in terms of overall run scoring in the games, but definitely home run boosts if you're looking at props. The big one today, Chicago Cubs on the road at Pittsburgh, plus 35% in home run hitting, plus 15% overall run scoring. Pretty unusual for Pittsburgh. Detroit, Boston, plus 10%. San Francisco Giants on the road in Atlanta, plus 15%. According to the data, I think it could be closer to 25 to 30, though, for home runs in that one. And then Seattle on the road at Oakland, plus 15%. Very warm out in the Bay Area today. Plus 15% on the home run is where you're going to see the biggest boost in that one.
Do not get locked out and tweet at us tonight. Go, oh, no, look at all those runs in D.C. Oh, look at all those runs in Cincinnati. I don't want any tweets. We give it to you on a silver platter right there. All right, now, there is another very big event that I cannot believe, Zach, that we are already back at this point. This year has flown by. But we're talking about that NBA Summer League, which now you can bet on, and it becomes very popular in the Summer League, and you've been all over it. Talk to me, sir.
Well, the NBA, they do the best job probably of any sport on staying in the spotlight. We have the NBA draft this week. Next week, July 1st, is going to be the start of NBA free agency. And then the following week, July 7th, will be the NBA Summer League. The NBA just announced yesterday that all 75 games of the NBA Summer League will be broadcast on the main networks of ESPN and NBA TV. That means more betting action for us. One of my favorite things is to get on the Summer League early because they are soft lines like preseason NFL football. You're going to see spreads in that range of -2 to -5 on almost all the games early. They'll make some slight adjustments after the second or third games. They might go up to 6, 6.5, something like that. But they're soft lines, and you can be profitable in the NBA Summer League. Another thing with this draft, once these players are drafted, you're going to be able to look at the schedule because you can see who they're going to be playing right off the bat. Those NBA Summer League schedules are out right now.
And if there's one thing that I know to be true, the sports books do not want to give Zach Attack a soft line. Do not give him a soft line because he will jump all over it. Thank you, Zach. Now, while Zach is focused on the Summer League, while Mikey is focused on the weather, I have tasked my man, the maestro, with looking forward. We're looking forward Maestro, what do you got?
Yeah, and it's such a pleasure to dive into NFL. And I'm looking at the number 1 overall pick, Trayvon Walker. We all know he's an athletic freak, 6'5", 275, ran a 4.5 140. That's the fastest 40 at the combine for a player 270 pounds or heavier in 22 years, 35.5-inch arms. His cone time faster than every wide receiver except for one. And we all know he was only a full-time player last year for Georgia. First time, 6 sacks, had 7 pressures in the national title game. And I'm going to get to his sack prop in a second, but I want to make the point. He only played outside 529 times in his Georgia career. This is according to PFF. And you talk about Aiden Hutchinson, 1,500 snaps outside. Kayvon Thibodeau, 1,350 snaps outside. And so now we're getting a full-time edge rusher. And then you look at, and he's going to play opposite Josh Allen, who's pretty solid on the other side. And Urban Meyer is gone. So you have a functional coaching staff. Caldwell, the new defensive coordinator, comes over, worked under Todd Bowles in Tampa. And you see Trayvon Walker's sack prop lower than the big guys. Hutchinson, 8.5, Thibodeau, 7.5. Trayvon Walker, 6.5 on DK. But look at this on Caesar Sports. Over 5.5 at -120 is very tempting. I have not locked it in just yet, but I mean, this guy playing full-time on the edge, the athletic freak that he is, this number, he played 13 games and he got 6 sacks. I know it's the SEC, but this is 17 games. That's 1 sack almost every 3 games. I think he can get to 6. I'm obviously leaning that way.
Now, real quick, Maestro, how big were his arms, did you say?
35.5.
I had no idea that me and Trayvon Walker had the same size arms. I had no idea. I mean, I thought my arms were big, but I didn't realize it was that big. Man, I'm tempted to do that too. I can't wait for your pick coming up right there. And that could not have been AB on the 1s and 2s. Not with that graphic. That graphic was way too nice. All right, Brian, I see you in the chat. He says, never a bad day with the brand. We feel the exact same way. Let's get to our board for the day because yesterday 11-3. So today, can we back that up? I believe that we can. But before we get there, we need to hear from one of our incredible partners. And we are back. It is time for our board today. We got 2 big plays from SportsLine. If you're not a member yet, what are you doing? We can only lead you to the water. We can't help you drink. $10 a month? Come on. All right. Blue Jays, White Sox over 8.5. I nailed this last night. Again, great hitting conditions. Our Sims hits over 60% of the time. The over is a perfect 100% when these two teams play each other this season. Every game, sails to the over. We'll book it again. Then, Dodgers, Reds. Now, we love, if you listen to Mikey and you learn from Mikey, we only like to do run lines on the road because you get that extra at bat. It's important. Dodgers, -1.5 in Cincinnati. Great hitting conditions. They're coming up a bye as well. They are 8-2 after a day off. 8-2 after a day off, the Dodgers. And they never win by just 1 run. If they win, it's always by 2 or more. Always by 2 or more. Sorry, I told you, these glasses, I can't even read my own writing. All right, now, let's get to my guys because I got the best cappers in the entire business. So you know when this man's on the show, he always goes first. So M squared. Start us off a red-hot day. You know the drill, son. Oh, no day baseball. It's okay. He's still in a good mood. Don't get upset that he doesn't talk to you in the chat. It's okay. Give it to me.
All right, Coach. We're hitting another team total here today. Chicago Cubs on the road at Pittsburgh. We're going over 3.5, -125 on MGM. I know some books will have it a lot more juicy than that. If so, I prefer that you move to 4 and play it at plus money. Still keep the push condition there. Obviously, I want the win condition at 3.5, which is why I played it there. -125. But look, the weather, great spot here. Told you plus 35% in terms of home run hitting, 15% run scoring. Pirates starting pitcher Contreras has not completed a 6th inning yet this season. His worst 2 starts were his last 2 starts here. But I want to talk about his expected weighted on base average, 343, definitely makes him in the bottom tier of Major League Baseball starting pitching. But the barrel rate with the weather conditions is what is most concerning for me. He rates 359th in Major League Baseball in terms of all the pitchers as far as how often he's getting barreled up. Not good when you have extreme hitting conditions. If you're getting barreled up that often, about 8% of plate appearances. We're taking the Cubs over 3.5 on their team total.
Oh, Cubs team total over 3.5. I have a play from this game as well coming up momentarily. But after that incredible first pick, it warms my heart whenever Zach Attack decides he wants to do a little prop in baseball. We don't get that a lot from you, Zach, but today is that day. You're up.
Well, we'll start off with a side on the Blue Jays, Coach, minus 130. We saw the White Sox cash as home underdogs yesterday, but I think this is a great bounce back spot for the Toronto Blue Jays. Dylan Cease's had issues all month, extending beyond 5 innings. His last start, he lasted just 5 innings on 110 pitches. His prior 2 starts before that didn't make it to the 5th inning. So I look at what happened yesterday. The Blue Jays scored 5 runs on that White Sox bullpen. So we're going to see more of that bullpen today. I think this is a good spot for Gausman to bounce back off a very short outing where he lasted just 2 innings. He gets his first win since defeating the White Sox on May 31st. And then just a sprinkle on a home run prop here with Brendan Rodgers of the Colorado Rockies. He is plus 550 up against the Miami Marlins today. What I like about Rodgers earlier this month in a 3-game series against the Miami Marlins, he went 5 for 10. He drew 4 walks. One of those games, he hit 3 home runs himself. 1 against the starter and 2 against 2 different bullpen pitchers. So we'll do a little sprinkle on a quarter unit on Brendan Rodgers to hit a home run today, especially off their off day yesterday.
Man, I love when we got a little sprinkle on something. Man, I love those little sprinkles. Zach Attack, thank you for those 2 plays. Now, it is my turn before we get to the maestro to bring us home. And I got to tell you right now, and maybe I've been sleeping in the weeds. Maybe I haven't been paying attention. Maybe I need to follow Johnny B and AB more. But there is a kid from Pittsburgh who played last night for the first time who is an absolute freak. O'Neal Cruz. Last night in his first game, he threw the hardest thrown ball of the entire year in Major League Baseball to first base. I had to watch the replay like 5 times because I didn't think it was real. He had the fastest speed of any player in baseball this season. In fact, it would have been faster than any time Tyreek Hill for the Kansas City Chiefs ran on the football field at any point. He ran faster than that last night in a baseball game. This dude is sick. Shame on Pittsburgh for holding him out this long. We should have been seeing him since day one. Because of him and only him, 2 for 5 last night, 4 RBIs in his debut. The only person I've ever seen get a standing ovation after being thrown out at third base trying to stretch it into a triple. It was an amazing, amazing thing. I think they feed off that again tonight. It's all about emotion in Pittsburgh. Now, keep the camera on me, AB, because we had somebody ask for this, and I said today I was going to deliver, and I'm a man of my word. So the Pirates are, let me look at my paper, minus 150. Now, that's a little juicy. But ladies and gentlemen, sometimes the juice is worth the squeeze. And today is one of those days. Take the Pirates minus 150. And for you fan out there that asked for that gift, you're welcome. Now, play number 2. This is kind of a gut for me. Guardians plus 1.5. Plus 1.5. I apologize. Plus 1.5. Minus 123. They're on the road in Minnesota. Savali's on the mound. I know he hasn't been great, but Joe Ryan for the Twins has not been great either. A lot of runs normally scored in a Twins game. I think the Guardians can stay within a run, and I love the number at minus 123. Again, just kind of a gut, but my gut lately has been pretty good. All right, now, you know who always goes last in the show. You know the last spot is earned. It's not given. Maestro, you're up. What do you got?
The Cardinals have been shut out 4 previous times this season, and they bounced back the next day and averaged 7 runs. Well, no shame getting shut out by Corbin Burns, but look who they get to face today, Chichi Gonzalez. I know everyone in the world is jumping on the team total over 5 runs. I'm going to play it in the first 5 innings over 2.5 runs because the Brewers bullpen is very rested. And I just want to focus on Chichi Gonzalez, who has given up at least 3 runs in his last 7 starts. He had 2 starts with the Twins this year. They didn't go well. He was just claimed off waivers because the Brewers have so many injuries to their starting rotation. Goldschmidt, 4 for 11 with a homer. Carlson, Edman have some good histories versus this guy. It looks a little easy, which makes me scared. But I do see the Cardinals waking up with the bats early today.
I tell you what, though, a scared maestro is a dangerous maestro. So I'll take that. I'll take that very, very nicely for the first 5. We don't even need to sweat into the 6th, 7th, and 8th inning. We'll cash it early. All right. Grab your paper. Grab your pencil. Here is the recap, courtesy of AB on the 1s and the 2s, and it looks absolutely glorious. Maestro, Cardinals over 2.5, first 5. Remember that. Mikey, he has been a savage with the team totals as of late. We'll go Cubs today over 3.5 in Pittsburgh. Then Zach Attack, 2 big plays today. Blue Jays, money line. Then just a little sprinkle on Brennan Rodgers, maybe a quarter unit, plus 550. Then if you're going to cash with me, you got to play these 2 games. Pirates on the money line, minus 150. They roll today. Guardians. Now that's plus 1.5. That's my mistake, not AB's. It's mine. Plus 1.5, minus 123. Then from SportsLine, 2 big plays. Blue Jays, White Sox over 8.5. Dodgers on the run line, minus 105. Maestro, why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
I'll tell you later, guys.
Okay, very good. AB, show your face. Where's that big old fat? Hey,
yeah, I got a feeling I know why he's laughing there.
Because we had a real funny comment from yesterday that just seems relevant again.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
these spammers are getting
Baby, all about the correlation.
That's the line of the day. It's all about the correlation. AB, glad you could take yourself away from having your time with the chat. How you feeling today, big boy? How you feeling
Man,
today?
doing good. Feeling good, right? Like, we had to pull the the block hammer out in the chat early, and just a second ago, the bots are getting a little out of control. I know everybody can see them in there. I promise we're hitting block as soon as we can. But
hey, I wanted to say thank you for that incredible video. The wooing. When I think of some of the great recruiting tools of some of the top talent in this business over the years, I think Jim Nantz probably had a video with 2 T-shirts and a book that tried to get him to move to a city. He actually lives in Nashville also. I'm thinking of all the Joe Buck, the new deal at ESPN. I'm sure they gave him 2 T-shirts and a book and a corner office that wasn't a corner office. But thank you, AB.
You know what? You're welcome. And first off, let me say this. Yeah, I am recruiting hard. And second, look, we can't do the NIL deals on video. All right, we're gonna have to do this under the table. Don't worry about that. But yeah, we got you set up in the office. Nashville's ready for you, man.
I'm ready. What do we got today for the AB pick 4? What is this, pick 4?
Yep. We've got an AB pick 4 play like Beyonce. That's what we're trying to do today. I like this. All right. So we're going to play the under in both the college baseball games today. Texas A&M Notre Dame under 15. You might see that 14.5. Play that if that's what you've got on your book. Yeah, we're going to play that. We're also going to play Arkansas Auburn under 12.5. And look, what we're trying to do is what we've done the last 2 days. Give yourself the first one, let's get that hit, and then give ourselves, house money type hedge, situation here to where, hey, if we hit the second one, great. If we don't, we've got others on the board that we're going to hit, like the Lightning team total last night. So unders on both of those. Also, we're going to play Marlins team total over 3.5. Yes, they were just shut out 6-0 by the Mets, but they're coming back home. I like the spot that they're in here. Going up against Ryan Feltner, this is a massive hitting opportunity for Miami. Also, Red Sox team total over 4.5, minus 160. Yes, it's a little juicy, but they have a awesome matchup against Bo Brixey with the Tigers today. They should be blasting here. So, yeah, take those 4. Should be good to go.
You mean the same Red Sox that I pounded for 2 cash tickets last night?
That's yeah, absolutely. And that was going to be my favorite part, a little inside baseball here for anybody. When we're going through these picks, everyone will email them in. They don't see anyone there, right? Like, you don't see anybody else's picks. Coach was like, let me get the Red Sox. Let me get the Red Sox minus 1.5. Let me get the Red Sox first 5. I was like, all right, man. Boom, boom, boom. Coach just drilling them all the way through. So, yeah, man, I'm riding with you. Let's get them.
Let's just keep cashing. For all you old school people that always say, hey, Coach, what's your record? I don't keep my record. I just cash tickets. We're changing the game. Don't ask me for my record. You want a record? Go to Maestro. Don't ask me. I can't stand that question. I don't know why. It just bothers me. It just does. Now, by the way, AB, bring your face back up. We are also a transparent show, are we not?
We are, sir.
We don't always agree. Are we not? Do we?
Correct.
Not? Correct. Can you bring the screen back up there, please, for me?
I can, sir.
Thank you. So there's one play in there that as I looked at it, as I was preparing for the show this morning, I was like, I just don't agree with it. I've watched Arkansas play. I've watched Auburn play. there's going to be at least 13 runs scored tonight. So, sir, my question to you is this. Are you in or are you out?
Man, it's just such a tough decision.
It's gonna be a showdown.
Yeah, we're in. Let's go.
All right, here we go. We got an official showdown here. For those of you who are brand new to the show, we don't agree. We bet against each other, damn it. And so today, I've got the over. I need at least 13 runs between Arkansas and Auburn. I don't want to hear from you, AB, about how much these teams know each other. They played against each other also. I don't care. They've got no pitching left. They have no pitching left. Oh, this is so much fun. Now,
Great
get
show.
out of here so I can say goodbye. Oh, I love showdowns, and I love it when I have a showdown with anybody that's not named M squared. All right, there's only one thing left to do, and I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets except the Auburn-Arkansas under straight to the pay window. For my entire crew, I love them all. Maestro, M squared, Zach Attack, AB on the ones and the twos. I am the coach. I mean this with every fiber of my being. We made a commitment when we started this show to be here 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We are growing, but we're always going to be here every single day at the early edge. Good luck.